Hello, everyone. I am Dana Michelle Woods, and I am the visionary creator behind the Be You, Do You, and Live You experience. Well, today's golden nugget is going to be about a dream requires sacrifice. You know, we all have dreams, we all have wishes, we all have goals. But I always say a goal really starts out as a dream. Yesterday I talked about, do you have a dream or do you have a wish? And I talked about the difference between the two. And so today I want to talk about the dream. But when I talk about a dream, I talk about the goal. And so my question is, are you willing to sacrifice for your dream? Anybody can dream. I could dream right now of having a Big Mac as an example. I could dream about it. It comes into my mind. And then I could take it further and I can wish and see me eating my Big Mac and with my fries and with my Coke and so forth. Just give an example here, okay? Not endorsing McDonald's, but just give an example. And I can do that, but there's no effort to it. And whenever you have a goal that started out as a dream, started here, there will be a sacrifice that is required for that dream to come to pass. And so a lot of times we will write down our dreams, what we're expecting. We'll write down our goals. We'll put a date on it. We'll put a time on it. But when it comes to now putting our hand to the plow, really working out that goal, sometimes we will have such great momentum. It's like at the beginning of the year, everybody has New Year's resolution. Everybody's excited and pumped. It's a new year, new me. I'm not going to repeat that last year and so forth. We make all of these resolutions and so forth. And then around February, you're wondering, well, where is the excitement? Where is the work ethic that you had at the beginning of the year when you proclaimed that this was going to be your year, you complete that particular goal? And so I am going to encourage you today that if you're going to realize I don't know how many goals you're going to have this year. Let's just say you just have one. There are going to be so many things that come at you to get you to say, you know what, this goal is too complicated. This goal it requires too much out of me. This goal I'm not even sure I want the goal. You'll begin to talk yourself out of the goal because you're not willing to put in the sacrifice. The sacrifice may mean that you may have to give up your weekends to make that goal happen. You may have to adjust your schedule. You may have to put some time in 7 days a week towards your goal. You may have to forego something because this goal is more important. See, when you think about sacrifice in terms of making the goal come to pass, then here's the key. The goal has to be a priority. And anything that you prioritize, you're willing to sacrifice. So I want to encourage you, if you're going to be you, do you, and live you in 2022 and beyond, then you're going to have to learn how to sacrifice. I'm not talking about sacrificing like based on somebody else's timeline. No, you have to determine, what am I willing to sacrifice for the goal? And here is the clincher. I like that word, clincher. Here it is. Before you even start the goal, I want you to think about it. Am I willing to go all in for this goal? Or am I only willing to give a 50%? And is 50% enough for me to make that goal happen? So here in the United States, we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. He is a civil rights leader. He was more than that. But he was a man that demonstrated courage. And he's known for many things. But the one thing that always stands out is that he came up with, I don't know if he wrote the dream, but it doesn't matter. He delivered the dream. See, I would imagine that whether he thought of it or somebody else did, I know I should know the answer, but I don't. I know that's okay. That's not the point. But it started out here. Everything that we do starts in the mind. But one thing, and then he probably put it on a piece of paper. But that's great. But the dream was not just for him. He gave voice to the dream when he executed the dream in front of countless of people. And him giving that dream didn't just touch the Black community. It didn't just touch Americans. The dream that he delivered, that speech, it's more than a speech. It was a proclamation. I look at it. It was almost like a challenge. It was a decree and a declare. It was amazing that it went around the world. But what if he just kept that idea in his head? What if he wasn't willing to sacrifice? And guess what? Everything that he did led up to that moment. Everything he did, it connected. He was willing to sacrifice his life because he believed that we could one day dwell together peacefully amongst people with different backgrounds, different colors, different genders, and so forth. He had that dream that was bigger than himself, that still outlives him to this day. So when you're thinking about your goal, I want you to always think about the sacrifice that's required to bring it to pass. And remember, the goal that you complete, and I know you want to complete these goals this year, it's not going to just be for you, nor just for your family. It could be somebody in another state benefits from what you're going to execute, just like Dr. Martin Luther King. So I want to encourage you, every dream requires a sacrifice. Every dream requires a sacrifice. What dream do you have right now that is so awesome and so amazing that it frightens you? And sometimes you are afraid to even talk about it, even to yourself, because you're not sure if you are willing to put in the commitment. You're not sure if you want to have the resources, but above all, you're not sure if you're willing to sacrifice. Because you're unsure if, what if it fails? Stop making it the dream. Stop making the goal complicated. Just get started. Put the plan together. And I told you this, go to the link and the link in the bottom of the description. And I have for you a life plan. It's free. Just click on the link, go there, you get the information. And when you click on the information, it's a 10-year plan. Don't worry about the 10 years. Just pick year number 1. Or you can make year number 1 be first month, however you want to do it. Year number 1, right? And I put in there, what are the barriers? But I also want you to also put down, what will the sacrifice be for me to make this happen? Because we always look at the reward. I see it. But the sacrifice is what we deal with on a daily basis. And sometimes the sacrifice is what drains our momentum. Sometimes the sacrifice makes us feel like it's not working. And just when you're getting ready to give up, a breakthrough happens. Something good happens that takes you over the finish line. Here is the thing. Do you know of any person who runs track and they get to the finish line and they stop? No. They cross over. They must cross over the finish line. And I want you to cross over this year with your goals and put in the sacrifice needed. If you're going to cross over the finish line, you're going to have to put in the sacrifice. And I'm speaking to myself as I'm talking to you. I'm like, whoa, I get this. This is real to me today. I have to put in the sacrifice, even when I don't feel like it. Even when I have something else I believe is better to do. No, stick to the goal. Stick to the plan. Don't give up on yourself. The reason many people cannot be themselves is because they give up on themselves. They don't believe they're worth the time, the resources, whatever it takes. They don't believe in themselves. They can believe in somebody else. They can cheer on a football player. They can cheer on a baseball player and a basketball player. They can cheer on somebody on TV. But when it comes to being the cheerleader in their own life, they cannot be that person. Well, guess what? Today, you're going to be that person. I want to encourage you to be that person that you cheer yourself on to cross the finish line because you're willing to put in the sacrifice to get it done. That's what I'm encouraging you with today. You have to incorporate not just so much, the when you look at a goal, it has to be measured. It has to be, is it a value and all of those different things. The SMART goal. I'm trying to think of all of that, those different words there. Is your goal a SMART goal? But here's the thing: it can be all of that, but are you willing to sacrifice for that SMART goal? Are you willing to go all the way? Are you willing to put 100% in you? And if you struggle with trying to put in 100% in yourself, you need to be at the Be You, Do You, Live You experience. You need to be there so that I can not just pump you up. No, I want to arm you with the right information so you can execute your goals this year, and whatever comes your way, whether it's a punch, whether it's an applause, no matter what comes your way, you're going to learn how to keep the momentum so that you can have you can have the rewards of the goals and the dreams you so desire. But you have to be willing to sacrifice for every single dream, for every single goal. If you're going to put yourself back to being number one, if you're going to start putting you first, that's what it means to be you. And guess what? You have to be willing to put in the sacrifice. You want to lose those 20 pounds, sacrifice. I'm not going to get the cookies. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to incorporate working out 20 minutes a day. Well, they say you should work out 40 minutes. Start with 20. Whatever your number is, start with 5. Build your way up. Don't start with an hour and you haven't worked out in 2 years. You may be excited the first day, but I guarantee you're going to lose momentum probably day number 3. Because your body's going to tell you, what in the world is going on here? Your body's going to resist. And you're going to find reasons why you're not going to work out. But if you want to have that health and wellness, then you're willing to sacrifice to get it done. You want to get those dreams done this year? You want to get those goals done? You're going to have to sacrifice. And not apologize and not look for that easy way to get it done. Whatever is required of you to make your dream, to make your goal come to pass. Well, you can say completed. You can say done. You can celebrate. You can have a reason to celebrate. Why? I completed my goal. And then when you complete your goal, here's a piece that people forget. Once you complete your goal and you have it completed, it's done, I want you to then go back and reflect. What did it take for me to make this happen? How was I successful? Where were my problems? So that I can what? I can have a better plan when I do the next goal. Don't just be a one goal person a year. No, if you can knock out a goal in 1 month, 2 months, or 3, don't be done. Come up with another goal. Keep challenging yourself to go higher, higher, higher. Keep evolving, keep evolving. That's important. Why? Because you want to become the best version of yourself. Well, I'm Dana Michelle Woods, and I want to say happy MLK Day to you. I hope that you enjoyed today's golden nugget. Dreams require a sacrifice. It has been my honor to serve you. Remember, check out our event coming up, the Be You, Do You, Live You experience. I want to see you there. It's in person as well as virtual. And guess what? All of the information is right there at the bottom of the video. But let me tell you where you can go. Go to the website at www.beyoudoulive.com. I want to wave at you and I want to see you there. Whichever way you come, it doesn't matter. I just don't want you to miss this opportunity. Have a good day.